So in this video, I want to talk about the topic of hair loss and male pattern baldness. And then I also want to talk about my experience with it and what I've done, how I've dealt with it. So when I was 20, a few years ago now, someone pointed out to me that my hair had receded at the front, and this got me really concerned, being only 20 years old and starting to lose your hair. So obviously, being that age, you want to do something about it. So I ended up going to a clinic called Ashley and Martin, and long story short, they said, "Yep, you're experiencing hair loss, runs in the family. Hop on this treatment, finasteride and minoxidil." So I did. I hopped on that for a little while, and yeah, it stopped it. It was all good. My hair started to regrow, started to fill in again. And then after a while, I started getting negative side effects. Most obvious was the loss of libido and sex drive, which was horrible. And so now I was in a bit of a predicament where I was at a crossroads of, do I want to keep my hair and lose my libido, or lose my hair and keep my libido? I went back to the hair loss clinic and spoke to the doctor there, and he gave me two options. He said you either come off it or you don't. It was pretty simple. I didn't get any advice on what does my diet look like. Am I taking care of myself? It was none of that. It was just either you're off it or you're on it. So what did I do? I decided to stay on the finasteride tablets, and that continued to deteriorate my sex drive until it was virtually non-existent. And then when I hit that low point, I decided that I'm going to hop off it, and I'm going to try and figure this stuff out. Long story short, I have not been on finasteride for 5 years. My hair's fine. I don't notice any hair loss anymore. That's because I decided to turn around my lifestyle and really start taking care of myself. So yeah, that's what concerns me, is when young guys say, "Oh, I'm getting hair loss and I'm going to start taking these drugs to stop it," but they don't address any of their lifestyle factors. So what I did to turn that around was, one, I was drinking a lot of alcohol. I stopped drinking alcohol. I was drinking a lot of McDonald's. I was eating a lot of McDonald's, a lot of fast food. I was going out clubbing, so I was getting really poor sleep. Doctors don't mention any of this to you, so I cut all that out. Then I started introducing cleaner foods, not eating processed foods, eating foods that are good sourced. And then eventually, slowly, the hair loss started to stop, and I haven't touched that drug since. So yeah, I just want to make a video saying that it's important to address the root causes first before hopping on any of these drugs. And I know a lot of young guys aren't willing to change their lifestyles, and it's probably not until they hit rock bottom where they actually get that motivation to address what's going on. So I might leave it there. If you have any questions, just drop them below in the comments. Happy to talk and help anyone.